Welcome to another discussion with your boy Twan the Don.
It's your boy, the Easy Button.
And today we about to be discussing which one you feel is better, one motion shot or the two motion shot. So Easy, what you talking about today?
Man, listen, man, I believe in them two motion shooters, man. Let me tell you something. First of all, being tall, well, I'm average height when it comes to the NBA. But growing up, I'm 6'4", you know what I'm saying? I'm 220, so I'm a big guard, you know what I'm saying? And being able to shoot off the dribble, catch and shoot, I'm able to see over people because I'm jumping up, I'm rising. Sometimes, I don't got like super hang time or nothing, but sometimes I'm able to let them fly by me and then shoot my shot. So I'm going with the two motion shooting because I feel like I got more time to rise up, find the goal, let that shot go. I feel like, when them hands is long, I can sit there and wait for them to come down, and then I can shoot my shot. So I'm going with the two motion shooters, man.
I feel that. Well, I feel like the one motion shooters got much more advantage too, though. I feel like that range opens up a long ways, where I could pull it from deep without having to use so much legs. Also, if a defender's in my face, I can get it off quicker than normal. If I sometimes do want to shoot and leave it up there, like loving basketball, I can. But if the
Monica,
hey, you feel me? Leave it up there all practice, I can. But if a defender's in my face and I need to let it go real quick, I feel like that's where that one motion shooters come into play.
But then sometimes them one motion shooters, they get to shooting it too quick when they contest it. Sometimes, they don't even get to really shoot the shot. It's gone, hands in their pockets before, you know what I'm saying? So
I like how you took that hands in
well,
pocket.
hey, listen, feeling for them lints, feeling for them lints because ain't no money in this pocket. But nah, when it comes to two motion shooting, when you rise up, even if you don't finish a shot because it's being contested, you're still shooting more of your shot. Whereas the one motion shooter, they don't really get to really shoot their shot if they letting it go so fast.
One motion shooter, every shot is they shot. It's all arms. All you got to do is make sure you put enough power in it. So as I shoot it, if I shoot it here and I let it go, it's just like guessing how far you literally throwing the ball.
Because it's all arms.
It's all arms. So if you know the depth of where you shooting that thing, you'll notice most of them, some of them could short arm it, bring it right back. One motion shooter. And I feel like, but it's the discrepancy in it. What do you see as a two motion shot as compared to I see a one motion shot? I see a one motion shot when you're shooting it on the way up, as you're giving yourself time to build up that shot.
It's definitely shooting it on the way up, but then, if your hands cocked back and then you're going forward, then I think that's a two motion shot. That's a two-part shot.
Everybody who's shooting the ball has to
Not everybody, though. Not everybody.
Everyone is going to cock it. Everyone's going to sit it
Nah,
somewhere.
some people go here to there.
Elbow's always bent.
Some people, no, I'm saying, if you go up here to there, that's one motion. If you go here, then you do that, and then you do that.
That's them tall players, them long players.
Okay, I've been watching some basketball lately. So JR, Kyrie, JR not long. He's 6'5". He's 6'5". So what's? Let's break it down. What's long versus what's not?
Long is.
Are we talking about 6'3" and up?
6'5", lanky and up.
No, 6'5", not lanky though.
You're crazy.
It ain't.
So you telling me Jordan wasn't long?
Bro, Jordan was 6'6", first of all.
That's only 1 inch.
And
so you
shooting
saying 1
guards,
inch makes a difference from long to...
It does.
No.
Not to mention some guards, every 6'5" player, first of all, or 6'6" player ain't the same because some guys can scratch their knees.
Right.
Some guys have 7 feet wingspans.
Right.
So.
But most of them in the league, they lanky.
So are you strictly talking about point guards then when it comes to one motion versus two motion?
Well, I'm not talking about the big man. We don't see enough big men shooting the tray ball.
Maybe.
Mid-range either.
But, current NBA, I could name some that just off the top of my head without looking. Brook Lopez, two motion. Dirk, two motion.
Big man.
Porzingis. No, I'm saying we talking about
right.
Who shoot the three?
Okay.
Myles Leonard. You know what I'm saying? Two motion. Does Bam Adebayo shoot the three? I don't know if he shoots the three yet. I know he's shooting the mid-range.
But okay, so then we're going to take it to the guards. Steph, Trey, Dame, Harden.
Dame's two motion.
Dame is one motion. I've been watching. Like you said, I've been watching him in the bubble. I've been watching him in the bubble when he been bringing his team back. All them trays he been shooting, one motion numbers.
I think Dame is one of those players that actually does both, though.
He does do both.
I think he does both.
He does do both, but I think his initial first jumper is one motion because he's always shooting from deep, and he's been taking his range very deep lately, so it's been coming out.
Well, we've already addressed it. If the further your shot is, you know, the more range you have, obviously, the more one motion it gets.
All right, so
Because you can't really hold it and get it to the rim from half court.
Okay. So what's the benefits of shooting two motion over one?
Benefits of shooting two motion: you can see over the defense. You have more time to let the defense pass by. You know what I'm saying? If you can't see over them, let them pass by. You can get your shot off, right? Two motion shots, they're stronger, you know. Well, maybe not stronger, but from the mid-range, I think they're really strong. You know what I'm saying? So it just comes down to what's your game?
Well, if it was me, I would teach mid-range, maybe two motion shots.
Right.
But from perimeter,
So it comes down to what's your game?
Right. And you say, well, should your jumper switch though? You're big on not switching your jumper.
That's facts.
But I mean, like I said, I feel like if you can do both, you have the upper advantage on everyone.
But then it gets to where, I mean, the time and the consistency it takes to get good at two shots, I don't know if people got that in them.
That's just a matter of how much you play and how frisky you is on the court.
Yeah, but then you know how it is. You miss 1, 2, 3, one way, I'm going back. Forget all that.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? So
I do it myself when I miss trays and I keep missing trays. I start changing my jumper. I'm not going to cap.
yeah.
And then I still ain't hitting, so I go back to what I know.
Right.
But I mean,
Which then you shouldn't. That's why I'm so big on not changing, because you want to be able to go back and say to yourself, okay, maybe my elbow was not out. Okay, I didn't get off the ground. Okay, I jumped too high on this. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, if you're changing your shot on, you know, depending on the situation, then you're gonna go cold and you're not gonna be able to get out of that slump.
Shooters shoot.
Shooters shoot, but shooters shoot the same.
And I mean, yeah, sometimes the circumstances don't allow you to though.
And then the percentages drop.
I mean, that's just what a good defender.
The percentages drop. So that's how you mitigate a good defender, is you got to try to stick to your guns, you know, stick to your practice as much as possible to, you know, lessen their effects on you. So, but, you know, what are the benefits of a one motion shooter, Tom?
Well, I mean, rhythm, consistency.
Okay.
Like I said already, range. I feel like, I mean, one motion shot, you can really shoot it in person's face, period. Just like you said with a two motion, I feel like you can with a one motion, because, I mean, you rise up over them instantly. One motion shot, I feel like they get the jumper off quicker. You can react. It's harder for, I feel like, a defender to react to a one motion shot, because a one motion shot,
it's so fast.
Right. So you can get played with the hezzy. You can get played with the pump fake all day long, because that's why you see Curry,
Steph be making them dance,
and even Trey though.
Right.
Trey easy with the and like he'll just play with you, and he jumping, and you know, and you know, people who've played with him, we know
Right.
that's just a regular hezzy for him.
Right.
Slap down, gone.
Right.
So I mean, I feel like that one motion shot makes the defender have to react faster, because a two motion shot in front
I'll
of
give
me,
you this.
I'm not gonna have to react as fast.
I'll give you this.
First of all, if you are a two motion shooter, even if you jump before me, all I gotta do is be a quick enough jumper to get to your rise point before you. And there's some bouncy cats who can do that. Whereas, if I'm a one motion shooter,
I disagree. So you said one thing I'm gonna agree with. You can get your shot off quicker, right? But if I'm guarding you and you're a one motion shooter, I feel like it's like, if I'm up on you and you're a one motion shooter, I feel like it's harder for you to get it off versus a two motion guy, because I'm getting up, I'm getting all this air, right? But hear me though, a two motion shooter, if he's, you know, if somebody's closing out on a two motion shooter, I feel like that closeout guy, depending on how long they are, can affect that two motion shooter more than they would affect that one motion shooter.
how many two motion shooters you know killing from Trey and just killing in the jump shot game?
I mean, you only name 3 one motion shooters. I'm talking about JR, you know, shooter. Kyrie, shooter. Yeah. He just got so much in his bag that you don't want to label him as a shooter. But he's a shooter. Kemba's a 3-point specialist. He's a shooter. And
He's a one motion shooter.
he's not one motion. Kemba hangs. You gotta know
Kemba
Kemba
hangs in the mid range.
Kemba hangs, bro.
don't hang
And he
from
shoots it
Trey.
from here.
He don't hang from Trey.
When we
He
cut this
shoot
off,
on
we're
the
gonna have
way
to
up.
go look.
He shoot on
We're
the
gonna
way
have to
up.
go look.
But with that being said, I can't agree with that defending point because people like James Harden,
Right.
he's a one motion shooter,
But
and
he cocks it.
He gets it off contested.
He gets it off.
He gets it off contested.
He does. But he also does all them ding on step back. So of course he gonna get it off.
Still one motion though.
Man,
It's on the way up.
that's not to the point we were just addressing though. What I'm saying is, if I gotta close out on a one motion shooter, I'm not getting there.
You're late
Facts.
if you got to.
That's to your point. If I gotta close out, I'm late.
You're
I ain't gonna
late.
get there. But if I'm already up on you, I'm gonna affect
you
that
can't
shot.
help.
If I'm already
So
up,
you can't help on a one motion shooter is what you're telling me. On the two motion shooter, I can help.
big facts.
Well, then
I
that
agree.
means it's easier to defend a two motion shooter.
Not up on the ball though. Not up on the ball. If I'm up on the ball on defense and you're going up and you're a
Unless-
one motion shooter, I can alter that shot a lot more.
Unless you're KD, Kyrie, and JR in his prime. That is the only ones that I know getting that two motion jumper off with people in their face.
Paul Pierce.
6'7".
We just talking about two motion shooters.
They're long, bro. They're tall. They automatically
Ray Allen,
see over
6'5".
defenders.
Ray Allen.
Okay, Ray Allen. I'll give you that.
Jesus.
But the thing with Ray Allen, he was spot up shooter. What about old Ray, Milwaukee Buck Ray?
He did it
Dunk
all.
on you, Ray.
He did it all.
He probably was a one motion shooter then. See,
Oh,
now he was spot up
We
in
can't
the
talk about
corner
what he
shooter.
was then.
Right, we talk about
we gonna
now.
go off of
He
what we
never
remember him
never
as.
off the dribble.
I don't think
He
Ray
was
Allen.
catch him around the screen.
I don't think Ray Allen's
catch him
shot ever
sit in the
changed,
corner.
bro. I don't think Ray Allen's shot ever changed, or else he would not be as good of a shooter as he is now. If his shot ever, because the consistency it takes to be a good shooter, you can't just change your shot midway through your career.
What if it just automatically changes?
But it won't. He wouldn't have a reason
We're
to.
gonna have to
He
check
not
that out,
Lonzo
too.
Ball. Yeah,
We're
we're
gonna
gonna
check that out, too.
We're gonna check it out. He not Lonzo. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody, Lonzo.
Nobody. Hey, Lonzo, no disrespect. Come
Sorry,
on the
bro,
show.
you just
Come on
got
the show,
you
bro.
just got
Come
an
on the
ugly
show.
jumper. That's it.
Let's
Like,
discuss it when
It
you know what I'm saying?
it ain't just us who talk about it.
When the
but I'm just
Pellies
saying.
come play the Thunder, come see us. Come see us. But yeah, man. So
Bring the
y'all
whole
gonna have to weigh
BBB
in.
crew.
Bring who?
The whole BBB crew.
Need all of them. I would love to talk to LeVar. I would love to talk to LeVar.
Yeah, this whole set,
Bro,
up.
he's like Pinky in the brain. He's the brain, bro. For real, bro. Anyways, man, y'all weigh in. Let us know how you feel about it. You know, help my man and I, solve this, hash this out. We gonna go Google some things too when we get off this here
Not
set.
necessarily solve it. Just give us y'all input on what you think.
Facts.
Because I mean, the thing is you can't really solve it. Some people do both. Some people don't. Some people do one. Some people do the other.
Right.
So just kind of tell us your benefits or the pros and cons of each one. That's all it is.
All right, well, get at us, man. Thanks for hanging out with us as we dropped gems that we picked up in these gems. Peace.
Yeah. Yeah. Sound good, don't it? Check. Look. Okay. Yeah. Look. Life tried to drown me. This hoop is like my life jacket. This ice in my veins is something Titanic. Lockdown defense kept me out the center for detention. Divine intervention passes over to my center. Alleyways are the alley-oops. Some got no looks and passed away when somebody shoot. Back in court duo, but nobody hoops. The wrists follow through in the cuffs, got a loop. Pick a book up, picked up and get booked. It's just you and I, out running suicides. Me, I was out running suicide. Boy, I'm going in, dropping gems that I picked up in these gyms. I can't slack, I've been down and back. I'm just trying to share a few tales from this thing called life. Count my assists, man, I swear that basketball really saved my life. Yeah, yeah. I swear it saved my life. Let's go.